What came to you first? Was it the character, a specific scene, the overall premise, or something completely different?
Obviously, because it's a second book in the series, it came from the first one. The first book was inspired by a real life series of killings. It's become a lot more famous now, this set of killings, called the Long Island Serial Killer. There's a documentary on Netflix about it now. And actually, since I wrote the first book, they've subsequently found the real life killer. So that's why it's been in the news. Yeah, they did. And like all these killers, you imagine these kind of masterminds, and he turned out to be a complete idiot who just got away with it through the usual combination of kind of incompetence and kind of lack of interest. And because a lot of the victims were sex workers, there was kind of police just utter lack of care. But so the second book, obviously, you're building on that established character. And the idea came to me for this particular book, for the plot anyway, came from wanting to set up what looked like a very kind of structured whodunit that then becomes in the middle, you realise actually it's not, it's a whodunit, and kind of turning that on its head halfway through. So it was almost a test to myself. I always like to try and do something different with each book, whether that's in terms of perspective or characterisation or plot. And that was kind of where I came to with this one, where I wanted to try and do something different.
I like, you know what, that's the first time I've heard of like a whodunit. I like that. No, but it's kind of good. It's a nice way to like think about your own books also.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, because there's a different challenge there, right? It's in some ways it's a lot easier to write a whodunit because you've got that built-in mystery to keep it going. When it's whodunit, you've got to build motivation and things like that, and that was quite tricky to sustain that over the first part. And then obviously you turn it on its head and you bring that midpoint kind of twist, and suddenly the book's got a whole new energy, which, I mean, sorry, I'm getting into one of the questions you've got for later, but it kind of propels you into that second half as a writer, which, you know, I don't know about you, but I find the middle part is always the trickiest.
Yeah, because is that around no, it's not that 20,000 mark, is it? It's probably around, well, it depends how many words you write, to be honest. But I think the trick is, it's like you're asking yourself, actually, am I actually on the right course? Is this going the way, because is it going the way I planned it to go? And sometimes it doesn't, and it's then kind of like trusting the writing to follow through in a different route.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so which character surprised you the most whilst writing Shatter Creek?
So this is a little bit of a spoiler, but I had an idea quite early in the writing that I wanted to, don't laugh at me, giving away spoilers on my own book. I had the idea that I wanted to bring in, so I wrote a standalone before this series set in London, my only book set in London. And I'm quite fond of the characters from there, but I could never really find a way to bring them back into another book. So I had the idea to bring those